Welcome back, True Seeker. Let's talk about the later games, Sunday, week 4. I expect the Raiders to get their first win of the season. John Gruden back as the coach of the Raiders. A number of things line up here. And consider that if John Gruden does beat Hugh Jackson, the coach of the Browns, Hugh Jackson was coaching the Raiders before he coached the Browns. So the Raiders are a 2.5-point favorite. The over-under's at 44.5. Despite expecting the Raiders to win, the only prayer for the Browns here is that with a win, they would become 2-1-1, like 211, the 47th prime. Again, Ohio equals 47. Raiders also have the gematria 47. So head-to-head, this will be the 23rd regular season game between the Raiders and the Browns. The Raiders lead 12-10. 23rd meeting on a date with 23 numerology. Remember, 83 is the 23rd prime. Football equals 83. Cleveland Browns 83. Derek Carr, the quarterback of the Raiders, his name equals 83. The Raiders can get their 13th win and improve their record on the season to 1-3. In the playoffs, the Raiders lead the Browns 2-0, 2-0. Thus, this will be the 25th meeting all time, and the Raiders lead 14-10 in total. So they could get their 15th win, 47 the 15th prime. We saw that happen Thursday Night Football. Thursday Night Football this week began on a date with 47 numerology. The Rams got their 15th win against the Vikings. The last time the Raiders and Browns played each other when Gruden was the coach of the Raiders was September 24th, 2000. That was a date with 53 numerology. Here we are in the year, ending with Super Bowl 53. The Raiders did win that game. They won it 36-10. Derek Carr is 28-37. This will be his 66th game. Carr is 1-1 against the Browns. This game comes 186 days from Carr's birthday, or a span of 187 days. Ohio has that gematria of 187. Baker Mayfield, technically as a starter, he's 0-0, but he got his first career win last week in the scripted comeback against the Jets. The game is 169 days after Mayfield's birthday. 169 has a square root of 13, and the Raiders can become 1-3, get their 13th win against the Browns. This will be John Gruden's 180th game all time. He's 95-84. With the Raiders, this will be his 68th game. He is 38-29. Remember, Raiders equals 38. He's stuck on 38 wins. He could very well get his 39th win on a date with 39 numerology. John, the way he spells John, Jon, 39. Mayfield has the gematria 39. The game comes 44 days, or a span of 45 days after Gruden's birthday. Remember, when you write out 13, it sums to 45 forwards and backwards. Same thing with John Gruden, 45 forwards and backwards. I think this is the whole ritual right here. Getting the 13th win, 1-3 to start the season, the 39-date numerology. It's also 44 days after his birthday. Jackson equals 44, the opposing coach. This will be Hugh Jackson's 51st game all time. He's 10-40. He could get his 41st loss, the 13th prime. With the Browns, he is 32-1. He could get his 33rd loss. Gruden equals 33. Cleveland 33. Definitely like the Raiders in this one. Speaking of 39, now here is the ultimate 39 ritual of the week. These games are going to be going on at the same time. Seahawks, Raiders, they used to be division rivals. The Seahawks will be playing the Cardinals. Seattle's a 3-point favorite, even though the game's in Arizona. The over-under's at 39. Arizona equals 39 in gematria. Russell Wilson has birth numerology at 39. I'll never forget the day he beat the Steelers with 39 points on his birthday. It was hilarious. Nobody even tried to guard the receiver for the last touchdown. But with regards to 39, the last time these two teams played was December 31st, 2017, exactly 39 weeks ago. How perfect. Arizona won that game 26-24, 50 points. Now they're meeting on the date with 50 numerology. Seahawks went down with 24, an amount they lose a lot with. Seahawks equals 24. Interesting that they went with 26 because this will be Rosen's first start. Cardinals rookie. He has the gematria 26. The big number this NFL season. We've seen Darnold win in his first start. We saw Mayfield win in his first game. What's Rosen going to do? This makes it a little questionable. But 26 the number this year. The season began on the 26th of Elul, September 6, 2018, a date with 26 numerology. The opening game was all about 26. In case you forgot, Nick Foles got his 26th win, the big 26 ritual, 26 accepted penalties. So anyhow, back to this game. The game that they played last was on a date with 43 numerology, 54 and 60. Those numbers jump out because Seattle Seahawks equals 43, Russell Wilson equals 54, and this game, this new current game that'll be played tomorrow, comes 60 days before Russell Wilson's birthday. Another thing to consider is that this NFL week began on the Jesuit order's birthday, and the Jesuits are connected to the Catholics, and the Cardinals have very clear Catholic symbolism. Jesuit order equals 54, like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson playing the Cardinals. This will be the 39th regular season game between the two teams. Did we say that already? Maybe I forgot that part in light of all the 39s we're talking about. 39 date numerology, 39 weeks since the last meeting, Arizona 39, over under 39, and the 39th regular season meeting between the teams. The Cardinals lead 19 to 18 to 1. The Cardinals lead this series, if you can believe it. Seattle has that gematria of 19. Seattle can even the record at 19 to 19. Remember, Pete Carroll just turned 67 earlier this month, the 19th prime. Something interesting is Glendale, Arizona equals 81, Russell Wilson equals 81, Cardinals equals 81, Ritual equals 81. We're going to talk about how that number matters with Pete Carroll in a moment. This will be Russell Wilson's 112th game. He's playing on the 112th Meridian in Glendale. Russell Wilson's 74, 36, and 1. He can pick up his 75th win against the Cardinals. Arizona Cardinals equals 75. Catholic Church equals 75. He could also pick up his 37th loss against a rookie. Rookie equals 37. I don't think that's going to happen. On the road, Russell is 30, 25, and 1. He can pick up his 31st win or his 26th loss. Rosen equals 26. This is the only prayer for the Cardinals. I don't think it's going to happen. He is 6-5-1 against the Cardinals. Thus, he could become 7-5-1. 7-5, like 75, like Arizona Cardinals 75. This will be Rosen's first start. This game comes 60 days from Russell Wilson's birthday. It comes 232 days after Rosen's birthday, or on his 233rd day of his age. That's the 13th Fibonacci number. NFL 13. Cardinals could become 1-3 if they upset the Seahawks. Battle of the Birds. His full name, Josh Rosen, is Joshua Ballinger Lippincott Rosen. And what stood out about that name is it sums to 359 with the alphabetic order, which is the 72nd prime number, and Jesuit order has the gematria 72. Again, this week began on the Jesuit order's birthday. Like I pointed out in Thursday Night Football, though, it seems like oftentimes the teams that are Jesuit in the dates that have the Jesuit affiliations, they don't win. So I think it's more about him getting his first start in this week. Pete Carroll is 113, 81-1 all-time as an NFL coach. With the Seahawks, he has 80 wins, 50 losses, and a tie. So that means if he wins, he'll stay on 81 all-time losses. And if he wins, he'll get his 81st win with the Seahawks. Cardinals 81. We just talked about all the 81s here. You know, Russell Wilson 81, Glendale, Arizona 81, Ritual 81. We were just talking about how the Pope's birthday, he's 81 years old right now, is 81 days after the Jesuit order's birthday, not coincidentally. The Pope who blessed Super Bowl 51 when it was 51 days from his birthday. So I really like Russell Wilson getting his 75th win and Pete Carroll getting his 81st win. That's a lot of alignment. That's hard to overlook. The Cardinals coach, rookie coach, is 0-3. likely going to be 0-4. This game does come 53 days after his birthday. Again, we know why that number's special. Could get his first career win. It's possible. I'll be surprised. So I like the Seahawks. That alignment, too much to pass up. Now these two afternoon games that are starting at the same time, this 1:25 slot, FanDuel runs the thing for these two games. Look at these teams that are playing. The Saints and the Giants. Think about it. Saints and Giants. And 49ers and Chargers. Do you see a puzzle here? I see a major puzzle here. The quarterbacks going against each other here are Drew Brees and Eli Manning, and the other quarterback that matters here is Phillip Rivers. If you don't know this, when Eli Manning was drafted into the NFL, he was drafted by the Chargers. But Archie Manning, his father, who played for the Saints, said, "My son will not play for the Chargers. He needs to be traded." So the Giants traded Phillip Rivers to the Chargers and got Eli Manning. Drew Brees was the quarterback for the Chargers when that happened. So we have three quarterbacks that are all tied together through this narrative, plus the Giants are playing the Saints, Archie Manning's old team. And I had to look. Archie Manning's 69 years old right now. From his birthday to this game is 134 days later. Vesica Pisces equals 134 and 53. The shape of the football, the Vesica Pisces. Eli Manning equals 53, so does Saquon Barkley. So, that riddle. I noticed the Saints have 351 regular season wins all time right now. That's the 26th triangular. Eli equals 26. This special alignment, this special season. The Saints are a 3.5-point favorite. I don't think that they're going to win. I think the way it lines up here, it looks nice for the Giants. Let's go through it. The over-under's at 50, 50-date numerology. The word apple equals 50. Think about the big apple. Think about Eli Apple. Maybe Eli Apple will have a big play in the game. This will be the 30th regular season game between the two teams. The Giants lead 16-13. The last time they played, the Giants won they won 16-13 to make their record 16-13. Remember, that was a crazy game. That was 2016. That game was September 18th, 2016, 743 days before this game, which is the 132nd prime number. It's interesting that Brees, coming into this game, has played 132 road games. The Saints are on the road. This time around, the Giants are favored to lose, potentially falling to 1-3. Eli, born on January 3rd. His number one receiver is number 13, Odell Beckham. When you write out 13, it sums to 45, like New Orleans. The game is on the day leaving 92 days left in the year. Giants equals 92. The Giants could pick up their 17th win over the Saints. Eli, 17. This will be Eli's 230th career game, kind of like 23-date numerology. He is 120 and 109. 109 is the 29th prime, football 29. At home, he is 60 and 52. I mean, it's going to be his 113th regular season game, the 30th prime. And again, this is going to be the 30th game between both teams, too. Hold on, I think I just misspoke. He can get his 113th win in the 30th matchup against the Saints, is what I meant to say. Apologies. Oh, and it is his 113th. Excuse me, all time. In the regular season, so not all time, in the regular season, he's 59 and 50 at home. 59 the 17th prime, Eli 17. Eli is 3-4 against the Saints. If he wins, he'll become 4-4. Saints equals 44. If he did lose, he would become 3-5, the reflection of 53. The Saints are a 3.5-point favorite, but I do like him becoming 4-4, and I'll show you why. There's more to build on that riddle. Before we get on with Drew Brees, I just want to remind you that last week he set a record. Drew Brees did the most completions by an NFL QB. Last week he played on the day leaving 99 days left in the year. Drew Brees equals 99. This is the 99th NFL season. It just goes to show how perfectly it is all scripted from the final score to the box score. You know, for all of these things to happen ritualistically as they do, as we uncover by knowing this code, you know, it could only be this way. Drew Brees, 99th NFL season, sets the record on the day leaving 99 days left in the year. We were talking about the riddle with the Battle of New Orleans, which equals 99. Before the season, what it had to do with the War of 1812. The season began with an 18-12 victory by Philadelphia, the home of the flag, where the national anthem was written during the War of 1812. This will be Drew Brees' 265th career game. He is 151 and 113, another 113, the 30th prime. On the road, he is 67 and 65. In the regular season, he has played 251 games. That's the 53rd prime. Eli Manning. I did not mean to write 251 here for both of their names. I meant to write 53. 251 is the 53rd prime. Eli Manning and Saquon Barkley both equal 53. He is 144 and 107 in the regular season. Drew Brees equals 144. New Orleans equals 144. If he gets his 108th loss, remember, geometry equals 108. The most important shape in geometry is the Vesica Piscis 53, which connects in a big way with Eli Manning and how this game lines up with his father's birthday. On the road, he's 65 and 61. He is 5-2 against the Giants, Drew Brees is. With a loss, he would be 5-3, like how Eli Manning's 53. Like how this is the year of Super Bowl 53. And again, this lines up too well with Archie Manning this game for his Saints to be playing his son who's still in the league. This game is 270 days after Eli's birthday. This game is 258 days after Brees' birthday. This will be Pat Shurmur's 37th career game. He is 11 and 25. With the Giants, he is 1 and 2. This will be Sean Payton's 180th game. He is 107 and 72. He could get his 73rd loss. New York Giants is 73. Interesting how he could get his 108th win, you know? Interesting how that lines up with him and Brees. The game comes 169 days after Pat Shurmur's birthday, which has a square root of 13. He could become 1 and 3 as a head coach with a loss. The game comes 90 days or a span of 91 before Sean Payton's birthday, 91, the 13th triangular number. The thing that makes me say Giants again is the fact that Eli can become 4 and 4 and Brees can become 5 and 3. So 49ers Chargers. Chargers a 10-point favorite. The over-under at 46.5. This will be the 14th regular season game between the two teams. Chargers lead 7-6. Remember, Chargers equals 43, the 14th prime. Football, 43. They used to be in San Diego, which also equals 43. These teams met once in the Super Bowl. Remember, the 49ers won with 49 points. So they are tied 7-7 all time. Date with 77 numerology, they meet. The 49ers are on a 4-game losing streak to the Chargers. This will be Rivers' 205th game. He is 111 and 93. At home, he is 63 and 38. He could potentially pick up his 39th loss on a 39-date numerology. This would be another game that really screwed over the bettors because, you know, people are thinking, okay, the San Francisco backup's in. They're not looking so hot. Chargers off to a disappointing start, but better days ahead, probably most bettors assume. It's supposed to be a better team. So, Rivers is 3-0 against the 49ers, and he could become 4-0 in Week 4. Beathard, he has 5 career starts. He is 1-4 in those starts. The game comes 69 days before Rivers' birthday, a span of 70. The game comes 47 days before Beathard's birthday, or a span of 48. 47, the 15th prime, he could become 1-5 as a starter. This will be Shanahan's 20th game. He is 7-12. He could fall to 1-3 on the season in Los Angeles. LA equals 13. LA also equals 41, the 13th prime. He could also pick up his 13th loss in LA. Shanahan could. And doesn't that make sense? LA is a big land of 13. This will be Anthony Lynn's 21st game, 20th with the Chargers. All time he is 10-10 and the 10-9 with the Chargers. He could pick up his 11th win, becoming 11-9. The game comes 89 days after Shanahan's birthday. It's interesting because Los Angeles, California is 89 where he's playing. The game comes 82 days, or a span of 83, before Lynn's upcoming birthday. Vescapisis 82, football 83. So I like the Chargers in this game, largely because of the 13 ritual going on here. You could be saying, well, the Chargers could fall to 1-3. This game could be closer than people expect, but I believe the Chargers prevail. Also because it's the 14th game and 43 is the 14th prime, and the 49ers don't have a connection to 43, but the Chargers do in a big way. For Sunday Night Football and Monday Night Football, I'm still trying to find some good stats for Sunday night and Monday night all time. That's the only piece I'm missing here. But I'm going to link this post down below, and I'll just tell you what I'm favoring right now. A lot lines up for the Steelers in this game, and I'm expecting something from Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco equals 173. This is his 173rd game. That's the 40th prime, week 440. But I am favoring the Steelers. They have a lot of alignment with this game. And in the Chiefs-Broncos game, again, that undefeated thing, it rings true. In this one, I think the Chiefs and Rams stay undefeated. If the Patriots upset, or they don't upset, but if they beat the Dolphins, the only two undefeated teams will be the Chiefs and the Rams, who both are from Missouri. And remember that bizarre story about the bus crash in New Mexico? The bus was traveling from St. Louis to Los Angeles. I think somehow, this riddle's factoring in here. And I suspect that the Chiefs and the Rams will be the only undefeated teams at the end of this week. So Chiefs can go 4-0, undefeated equals 40, week 440, Broncos 40. What a good team to go 4-0 against. Big division rival. But I'm going to do better videos for Sunday and Monday Night Football. Again, I just want to find a few more stats before I put that video out. So be back soon, Truth Seeker. Until next time.